All right, this is Jarrell for Hybrid Radio, and I am here at the Cicco's in Raritan, New Jersey, with the one and only Umbilical Cord. Did I say right? Umbilical Noose. Sorry. Noose. And they are a Nirvana cover band. I said that wrong. Nirvana tribute band, because I think a cover band is a band that plays different bands, and a tribute band is a band that plays like one specific artist.
We'll go with that, yeah.
All right, cool. So first we start off with, what is your name and what do you do?
My name is Mike Downey, and I play guitar and sing for Umbilical Noose.
My name's Nick Winship. I play bass and try to do backup vocals for Umbilical Noose.
I'm Mike, and I play drums.
Nice. All right, so how long have you guys been doing this for, basically?
I don't know, maybe 5 months, maybe?
5 months.
Yeah, it's gotta be like 5 months.
Guess so,
it's our first
yeah.
show.
Where was your first show at, actually?
Our first show was here.
Yeah.
I think I might have saw that, actually.
Yeah,
I think you were here, yeah.
a few months ago, yeah.
Yeah, was it? You came up with the idea, Carbone.
Yeah, we all like Nirvana, and I always wanted to jam Nirvana, so we started jamming Nirvana.
Yeah,
It was great.
Well, that actually gets to my next question. Like, so you all knew each other in high school or before that?
Not really. Me and Nick knew each other since grade school, but Nick was friends with Mike, and he randomly invited me over, and we started jamming, and that night we came up with the idea.
Well, Nick was the only one I knew that liked Nirvana, and I told him I wanted to jam Nirvana, and he told me that Downey also played Nirvana. Yeah, and he's the only one that could nail Kurt Cobain that I've ever heard.
Like vocally or?
Yeah,
okay.
Both guitar and vocals.
So
He nails it.
you grew up playing Nirvana like as a kid, basically, or?
Not so much, but it definitely grew into it. I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, so that kind of goes into that.
Yeah,
Dave
because
Grohl is my
yeah.
huge inspiration, so, I just went back and found Nirvana as a teenager, and ever since I've loved them, so.
So that actually gets my next question is, where were you guys, or on, how did April 8th, 1994 affect all three of you?
Wow, that's tough. I was one when that happened, so I honestly, it didn't affect me personally at the time, but, I mean, this music has literally shaped, a lot for me, for the other bands I listen to, and just the style of music. I mean, Kurt has also influenced almost every other band that I'm into, so it's pretty crazy. So it's just...
Yeah, it was kind of like the start of mainstream grunge when that kind of happened, and almost kind of the end. Not the end, but it was definitely hurt a lot when he died. I was also one, so I don't remember any of that.
I kind of feel like it's cool that
Mike was the oldest, right?
I was only 3.
Wow. You must have been crying like crazy.
Yeah. I already was. But the fact that he died before we actually got to know him as like a performer, since we weren't there, kind of makes him more like a god figure to us, because we never got to see him. He's a legend. He's always just kind of been there.
Heroes get remembered.
Yeah, but with the kids that were there, they remember him coming out and stuff. We always just remember him always being there. You know?
All right. So then how did you get into it then? If you grew up and you were exposed to other music as a kid, right?
The first music I really got into was punk rock.
Okay.
And I think Kurt Cobain was one of the most punk rock guys in the world.
Yeah.
Regardless of what genre he played.
Okay. What do you guys think? What made you get into Nirvana right away?
Well, for me, I just have to say my first CD I ever bought really helped me get to know all the music that I listened to, and that was the first Linkin Park album, Hybrid Theory.
Great.
Not ashamed at all.
Excellent. No,
I actually don't understand say that. That's actually a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say it. It's a masterpiece. As much as people hate
and
Linkin
it
Park
really
now.
shaped my music for getting into harder rock, and not only being more open to stuff like rap and hip hop too. So that was a really cool CD, definitely for me to get. And then a lot of the other stuff I listened to as a kid was classic rock that my parents got me into. So that definitely helped.
Got you into Nirvana, or you went from Linkin
into
Park?
Classic rock, and then I went into Linkin Park, and then found stuff like Blink-182 and Green Day were the first bands that I really liked, and from there you go in and find all the other, rock bands in the '90s that really helped.
All right. How about you? How did you get exposed to Nirvana?
Well, when I was younger, I really didn't like music, which is kind of weird, because I don't know. I just never saw the point. I was a video game person. But then my dad introduced me to Aerosmith, and that's kind of like one of my favorite bands ever. And then through my sister, she's 2 years older than me, so whatever she listened to when I was younger, when I didn't like it, I asked her about that. And then I kind of got into my own thing, and Nirvana, through you, probably, to be honest with you. That, and I'm mostly guitarist, but I play bass here. And when I first started playing bass, when I was a lot younger, one of my mom's friends was like, "You should learn "Smells Like Teen Spirit" on bass," and I gave it a listen, and it was pretty good.
That took like maybe a minute, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "Oh, it sounds pretty good." And
he was bored.
yeah, it's four notes. So yeah.
So since you know that song, are we ever gonna hear that as a cover? Are you guys gonna put that in your set list?
Maybe.
No,
We might.
We'll see.
It's been brought up at practice.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
brought up.
and
So
everyone
we'll see.
wants us to do it, but it's so mainstream.
Do you want us to do it?
I remember I asked you when's you gonna do that because if you need someone to fill in for guitar, that's what every guitarist has learned first. Is Teen Spirit.
So you'd be
Jam it
down
out.
to hear it.
I'd be down to hear it because I especially want to know what the words mean to you.
We'll see.
All right, yeah. All right.
But I guess my last two questions is: do you ever find that what do you guys actually feel like his lyrics, like Kurt Cobain's lyrics, have a meaning, or are they just mostly like I'm on drugs and this is what's on my mind?
Well, I think it's half and half, but I think the biggest thing is it's not what he meant it to be, but it's what you take it as and what you mean, or like what it takes to the actual listener is more important than
What they get out of it.
Then yeah,
basically.
what they get out of it is more
Every
important.
listener gets a different
Yeah.
like perspective of what the song is.
Yeah, and that's it's pretty. He writes. I mean, he writes great stuff. He also writes crazy stuff. So it's the feeling behind the music that really helps.
Nice. All right, so it's 2015. So where is this band? What's the future for Umbilical Noose?
You want to say it?
All right, I'll say it. Being that I'm moving across the country, I'll be back twice a year, and I'll definitely be having shows when I'm back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
twice a year is when you guys will
Twice a
play.
year. So, a show in the summer, maybe 2 shows in the summer, 2 shows in the winter.
Like one more before you leave, 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to play up until April.
The good thing is that we don't have to practice much.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the good thing about this is that we can do other things on the side, and we can always come back to it because we know the song so well.
Right.
So it's really something that we do for fun because we love this band so much. So
Awesome.
yeah, we literally practiced twice before our first show. So yeah, just to make sure we got it down.
All right, now a question for each one of you to end it. If you could have sex with anyone in the band, who would it be and why?
Definitely Nick, just because I feel like he would take it well.
I don't know.
You might as well receive it from them, right?
I'll receive. I'll leave it at this. I'll receive from Mike and I'll take from Mike.
A little Mike bread, if you will.
Nick, just because he's adorable.
Oh man, they're
That's it.
doubling up on you.
Completely honest, we're both, Mike and Mike are going to
Yes,
destroy
it's a
Nick
Nick
later after the
sandwich
show.
with some Mike bread.
And he is pumped.
All right, so is there a website they can find you guys at?
We actually have no website at all. And no. We just do this and we post on our personal Facebooks.
Literally follow him on Facebook and he'll post every 5 seconds.
All right, what's
Yeah.
your Facebook then?
I don't even know. Basically, we play every Chernobyl disaster show. So
Okay, so-
Facebook.com/Chernobyl disaster NJ. And every time we play a show, we're most likely opening.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out. And,
Thank you for having
look forward
us.
to see you guys later. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. And this is Jarrell, and we'll get back to you later. Goodbye.
That was cool.